Hello everybody. How's it going, YouTube Live? If you hear a whizzing sound in the background, it's the fan. I have to turn it on because it's freaking hot in my room. I got no AC, so if there's no fan going on, then I would be melting like a candle. So that's neither here nor there. Let's get right to the issue at hand or the topic at hand. I'm sure you've heard this by now. Disney has cast their actress to play their live action Snow White. Remember, Disney has this thing for the past few years now where they live actionize. Am I too loud? Let me turn down the volume a little bit here. Where is the volume? I think system preference. There you go. There you go. So, for the past few years, they've been live actionizing all their animated films. At least most of them. I think they're still in the process of live actionizing The Hunchback of Notre Dame. So, that's still in the waiting. But yeah, we had Cinderella live action. We had Beauty and the Beast live action in 2017. Mulan last year. So they're on a roll, and I believe they're also developing Pinocchio live action. Let's see here. I want to say I'm excited for that one, mostly because I think Geppetto is hilarious, but that's just my opinion. So who is this live action Snow White? Let's get to Variety. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all? Rachel Ziegler has been cast as Snow White in Disney's upcoming remake of the classic fairy tale. Ziegler, who beat out many for the role, is poised for a major breakout. She is making her featured film debut as Maria in Steven Spielberg's West Side Story remake, which bows later in 2021, later this year, and will also appear in the superhero sequel to Shazam. So yeah, if you look up Rachel Ziegler bio on IMDb, West Side Story is her film debut. She's a newcomer. She's a new face. And she beat out 30,000 people. Look at that. Let me make this bigger for you guys. 30,000 actors auditioned for the role of Maria, and she got picked. Man, that's like winning the lottery, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sure many of those 30,000 people were also talented at singing as she does. But she's the one that got picked. So good on her. Shortly after the casting was announced, Ziegler enthusiastically tweeted, "I have manifested my entire life. I think. She also shared a video on Twitter meeting the Disney princess with the caption, "Homegirl, we have lots to catch on." Let's see this video. Aww, adorable. That's her right here, and that's I'm guessing Disney Snow White when she's visiting Disneyland. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That's adorable, right? I don't know what her age here in this photo or in this picture or in this video is, but that's a pretty spot on reaction to getting cast as Snow White. So yeah, this is her tweet. No. The tweet is right here. Here you go. "I have manifested my entire life. I think. Mark Webb, who directed 500 Days of Summer and The Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield, is directing this movie. Production on the still untitled film is expected to begin sometime in 2022. So we don't have the release date yet, but the production start date will be in 2022, next year. Mark Webb said, "Rachel's extraordinary vocal abilities are just the beginning of her gifts. Her strength, intelligence, and optimism will become an integral part of rediscovering the joy in this classic Disney fairy tale." Excuse me. That is what I'm curious about because, as you know, I'm a huge fan of musicals in general. And when I hear that Rachel has an extraordinary vocal abilities, she has amazing singing abilities, I want to hear it. I can't wait to see her sing in that Steven Spielberg's West Side Story, because if that's, if all the praises are true, then she must be amazing. She must be awesome. And that's a bonus point when you're playing somebody like Snow White, who, if you've seen the animated movie, you know that Snow White is a hella gifted singer. You know what I'm saying? She's really, really good at singing. So, who is Rachel Ziegler? Rachel Ziegler is singer-songwriter raised in New Jersey by her American father and Colombian mother. So you can call her Latina American. So her father is, it says here, 3/4 Polish descent, with the rest being Italian and German, so half white. And her other half from her mother is Colombian. So she's Latina, ethnically. Latina American, raised in New Jersey. New Jersey, yeah, Tony Soprano. So, I tweeted that countdown to purists and snowflakes complaining or outraged that the new Snow White, Rachel Ziegler, is not full white, that she's Latina. And I said Jason Momoa can be Aquaman, Halle Bailey can be Little Mermaid, Idris Elba can be Heimdall, and there can be a black Superman. It's okay, folks. It's not the end of the world. I'm okay with this decision. I'm okay with this casting. I think, and many of you have seen the new Supergirl, Latina Supergirl. I forgot her name. She's going to be in the Flash movie. You've seen some of the set photos from the film set of her rocking that Supergirl costume, and she looks great. she looks perfect in that role. I mean, we need to see her performance, of course, on the screen, but appearance-wise, she fits. Yeah, she's not blonde, the usual blonde Supergirl that you are familiar with, but I mean, I don't know. I just saw those set photos, and I'm like, I'm seeing Supergirl. Maybe it's just me. And as a DC fan, as a lifelong DC fan, growing up, not necessarily Marvel fan, I'm okay with that. And I'm okay with Rachel Ziegler being Snow White. And I think her singing abilities Rachel Ziegler's singing abilities, Rachel Ziegler's vocal skills will win people over. Will win the skeptics over. I'm talking about, like, remember 2017, Beauty and the Beast? Remember Emma Watson as Beauty, as Belle? Remember how they had to auto-tune her voice because she didn't really have the pipes for the role? You see what happens when the casting decision is mostly based on the looks, as opposed to the ability, as opposed to the skills, as opposed to the vocal range, all these other must-have stuff. Emma Watson got cast because she's brunette, she's pretty, and she's got star power name, but that's it, but she can't really hit the notes right on, you know what I'm saying? They had to really help her. The technology had to really help her, and it didn't always come out great. People have complaints about that, and I understand their complaints. See what happens when you cast somebody only because, Belle is brunette, Emma Watson is brunette, Emma Watson is famous. Let's cast her. They didn't even go to think about, can she sing? So it's like Russell Crowe in Les Miserables. Remember Russell Crowe? Oh my God! Everybody else around him in that movie can hit the tunes, and then Russell Crowe opens his mouth and like, oh, nails on a chalkboard. So I think Rachel Ziegler as Snow White would be a really, really interesting performance to see, especially the fact that she can actually sing, unlike Emma Watson. Let's see. Let's see some of the reaction on Twitter before I end this video. So this is the reactions underneath the Variety tweet about the news. Oh, there you go. I don't know. This seems like race bending for the sake of race bending. Also, the movie itself is unnecessary, which is the bigger issue. I agree with the second point. You know, this whole live actionizing animated films of Disney. It really did get to the point where you ask yourself, what's the point to all this? All these live actionizing stuff is just cash grab. Come on, you know, keep it real. I'm keeping it real here. I'm keeping it 100. You know, it's not like it's bringing a new groundbreaking stuff to Mulan. You know what I'm saying? It's just cash grab. It's like, oh, they ran out of ideas, so they're revisiting their old stuff and just reimagining it again with live action version. That's what it is. That's what it is. So I agree with the second point. The first point about the race bending, sake for the race bending, I think some people might agree with that point. I think it does come across as Disney just checking the inclusion box, you know? Just to like, okay, we got that box checked. But in this case, I would push back against that because, again, Rachel might be an inclusion checkbox, but she has the singing abilities. She has the voice abilities. Unlike Emma Watson, Rachel can actually carry the tunes and can carry the pipes, the notes, the harmony, the songs that somebody like Snow White requires. You know, and Snow White, if you've seen the animated film, I saw it when I was a kid, long time ago. I haven't watched it again since that. But that movie is full of high range songs. Like really, you gotta really have the ability to be able to sing those songs. Otherwise, you'll butcher it. Otherwise, you'll botch it. You know. And so I think Rachel brings that to the table. It's not just like inclusion race checkbox and that's it. Mr. Roberts says, it seems that Disney is taking inclusion too far. It's funny how some of these purists and snowflakes who are outraged about Snow White not being white, they out themselves in these tweets. You know, they really expose themselves as like somebody who like, I'm not comfortable with all these non-white people taking white roles. They're outing themselves by tweeting these. Altardi says, well, this is yet another Disney movie I will not be watching. Seriously, they are greenlighting this and yet they gave Gigantic and Freddy Cat the finger. What the hell, Disney? Okay, so it's nothing, that tweet has nothing to do with Rachel Ziegler. Rachel Ziegler, I'm sorry. Wow, I didn't know so many dude bros were Snow White fans. Okay, that's a positive comment. Appears so total lack of creativity. Ah, here it is. Maria says the racists outing themselves in the comments. I gotta laugh. See, that's what I meant. It keeps happening. It will never not be hilarious. Not ask for this, but can we get an evil queen origin story though? If Ariel can be black, then Snow White can be Latina. That's what I said. I said, countdown to purists and snowflakes complaining that the new Snow White, Rachel Ziegler, is not full white. Jason Momoa can be Aquaman. Halle Bailey can be Little Mermaid. Idris Elba can be Heimdall. And there can be a black Superman. It's okay, folks. It's not the end of the world. All right? Again, for those of you who just tuned in, remember Emma Watson in 2017 played Beauty or Belle. And what happened? She couldn't sing. They had to auto-tune her shit. It was like Russell Crowe in Les Miserables, and it was just like, sometimes when you cast somebody just based on their appearance, just based on their looks, just because it looks good on paper, it doesn't always come out correct. You know, it doesn't always come out the right way. You know, so Rachel brings that extra umph to the table. She can sing. She can actually. She doesn't have to be adjusted by any electronics or technology. She can actually hit those notes. And Snow White is a movie that's full of really difficult musicals in it. Like, you gotta really be absolutely skilled to carry the songs on the Snow White movie. Let's see. Oh, I lost the tweet. Is it this one? Oh, here it is. The girl came out of obscurity and booked two leading blockbuster roles. How fierce is that? Yes, that's awesome. So mostly most of these comments are positive, and that's a good thing. I remember when Halle Bailey got cast as the Little Mermaid, uh, people were more fierce about that. People were more picky about that. They in their world, it's like Little Mermaid has to only be redhead, has to only be a certain way, or the highway. But it seems that in the case of Snow White, they are judging by these comments, they seem to be more open to Rachel Ziegler than they are about Halle Bailey as Little Mermaid. Oh well, this guy probably this guy begs to differ. Skin as white as snow. Imagine being upset by this. Tom A062 is outraged. He said, no reason to do so since I'm right. Snow White is a German fairy tale from 1812. Guess what that means? It means your virtue signaling and claims of racism are empty. Well, Snow White historically is the Grimm's fairy tale. It's not Disney creation. So it's a fictional story, of course. It's a fictional character, but it comes from that region of the world. It comes from that part of the world. And so, thus or therefore, Snow White is, as advertised in the title, white. But say if the brothers Grimm, came from Southeast Asia, or if they had come from Africa, then they would have created Snow White according to their image of the woman in their area or in their neighborhood. You see what I'm getting at? When it comes down to it, it's a fictional character, people. Just like Aquaman is fictional, just like Little Mermaid is fictional, just like Heimdall is fictional. And for so long in the Hollywood business, people of color have been underrepresented, more so Afro. That's why a lot of outrage over the In the Heights lack of Afro-Latino representation. So when there's like somebody like this, be it fair-skinned Latina, that's another topic. But somebody like this getting a role that you probably associate with a white person, I think that's something that should be celebrated. At least just as me, If another white person getting to play Snow White, that's just Tuesday. That's just Tuesday in Hollywood. Like, what's, what I'm saying? Like, it's not really progress. It's not something that's, wow, good for you, And so for a community that's underrepresented to actually get a role that's generally not meant for them, I mean, that's an achievement. I think that's pretty cool in my book. At least that's my opinion. Tom A062 leaning or double down on the whole German thing again. German as in European from the 19th century. So that even though the story didn't specify that she's white, the implication would automatically be there that Germany in the early 19th century was 100% white. I'm telling you, man, I think there's a percentage of people, not just Americans, who feel that their whiteness are being attacked by the woke culture. And I have problems with woke culture, okay? Woke culture is not perfect by any stretch of imagination. We can have a discussion about woke culture. But to think that you've dominated this business for so long, and you've dominated the culture for so long, and now you're like triggered and like, oh, what? We're supposed to be the one who playing our white roles, you know? How dare this Latina playing the roles meant for us? Like to think that you've been dominating the culture and the business for like for decades now, and now you're like butthurt because of just this one person getting this one role. I just like I don't know. I can't wrap my head around that. um, so, but yeah, you can see all the other tweets here on Twitter. I'm not gonna go through all of them, but I'm gonna end with this. Oh, why is this? I'm gonna end with this. That hey, congratulations, Rachel Ziegler, on your third acting gig, and it's pretty impressive. You know, you started with the West Side Story, working with Steven Spielberg. You beat out more than 30,000 other, uh, actors in your audition for that role of Maria, and then you got to play a role in Shazam sequel, and now you get to be Snow White. I mean, not a lot of actors, or even more so upcoming, up and coming actors or newcomers can say the same. You have hit the lotto, girl. Imagine having your first three projects ever as an actress being West Side Story, Shazam sequel, and Snow White. That's, like I said, that's impressive. So congratulations to Rachel Ziegler. And what do you guys think about this? Let me know your thoughts about this latest news, info. Share them in the comment section below. And as always, subscribe. Let's rock this.